I have great news. You're swimming in abundance. Hi everyone, thanks for watching. My name is Matt Bonelli. In business and in life really, there are two basic belief systems: scarcity and abundance. A lot of people believe that there is a finite amount of business out there and you better go grab it before somebody else does. These are the people who are usually envious of that one person that gets all the listings or even all the leads. The reality is though, we are swimming in abundance. There are potential business opportunities around us each and every day, but sometimes we miss out on them because we are either focused on the wrong thing or have the wrong belief system in place. Today, all of that is going to change. If you don't believe that abundance surrounds you, we are going to turn that around right now. Let's start off with a few facts. According to the US Census, about 15% of Americans move every year. We also happen to know that the average person knows up to 4 people who will move in any given year. Okay, let's start with those 2 points just for a moment. Let's say that you have a simple database of about 30 people. 15% of those people potentially are going to move this year. Rounding down, that's 4 people who may need to buy and or sell real estate this year. About 1/3 of those transactions will probably be first-time homebuyers, so if we factor that in, it gives you a 20% transaction opportunity from your database. In this case, that's up to 6 potential transactions. Now let's add on. Those 30 people in your database each know up to 4 people who are going to move this year. That's up to 8 potential transactions per person. There will likely be some redundancy in this number because a lot of the people that you know the same people. So if we factor that in, plus some migration of people who move out of the area, let's call it 2 potential transactions per person in your database. With that database of 30 people, that's 60 additional potential transactions per year. Is it difficult to capture those opportunities? Yes, of course it is. But even if you can capture just 25% of those transactions from a database of 30 people, that's about 16 to 17 transaction opportunities. And we haven't even started to talk about current clients. Here's something fun for you. Have you ever purchased a new car and then all of a sudden started seeing that same car like everywhere? This is your reticular activating system at work. This is the part of the brain that identifies the thoughts that are most important to you and brings them to the forefront of your consciousness. This is why when you focus on something, you start to notice the same thing or similar things throughout your daily activities. The same thing holds true for people who are buying and selling homes. Studies have shown that people who are buying or selling homes tend to meet 4 other people who are about to or are currently going through the same exact process. Before diving into what this means for you, let's take a look at a few more important statistics. According to the National Association of Realtors profile of home buyers and sellers, 72% of buyers definitely would recommend their realtor to another person, followed by an additional 16% who probably would recommend their realtor. On the listing side, 67% of sellers definitely would recommend their realtor, followed up with an additional 17% who probably would recommend their realtor to others. So if you are currently working with clients right now, I am telling you, they want to refer you to their friends, their families, and other people that they know. So let's say that you have 2 clients, 1 buyer, 1 seller. They will each meet up to 4 other people who are potentially going to buy or sell this year. That's an additional 8 potential transactions for you. Now let's apply that same super conservative conversion rate of 25% and call it 2 potential transactions from the 2 clients you're currently working with. What that means is that you have the ability to capture 1 transaction from every single person that you're working with. Not bad, right? What's the catch? Well, there's a problem with your database. It's going to atrophy. You will probably lose about 15% of your database every year. The good news is we can combat that. You just need to be continuously adding to your database throughout the year. We'll make this easy. Let's say you can add 2 people to your database every month. That's 24 people throughout the course of a year. Using the math and stats that we just went through, including that conservative capture rate of 25%, if you're able to add those 24 people to your database throughout the year, you are giving yourself 15 more transaction opportunities. Putting this all together, starting out with a database of 30 people and continuously adding throughout the year, you're giving yourself a baseline of 30 potential transactions per year, plus the additional transaction from every single person that you're currently working with. So, if you capture those 30 baseline transactions and you add one per every one of those, that's 60 potential transactions per year. For those of you who have a database of more than 30 people, think about how many transaction opportunities are surrounding you. The conclusion from all of this? You are swimming in abundance. Even if your mindset has now shifted to understand that there is abundance surrounding you, you're probably asking yourself one very important question. How do I get the opportunity to be the realtor that's involved in all of these potential transactions? Well, that's a great question, and it comes down to building relationships and staying in flow with the people in your database. We've all heard this before, but it's true. People will do business with people that they know, they like, and they trust. So next week, we're going to talk about how to build strong relationships so that people will know, like, and trust you, and ultimately want to do business with you. For now, I challenge you to go through your contact list and build a database if you have not done so already. Then apply the logic that we talked about today to calculate the number of potential transactions that are surrounding you. For fun, you can calculate your average gross commission income per transaction and then multiply that by the number of potential transactions surrounding you. You will soon realize that you are surrounded with an abundance of opportunity and wealth. Well, I hope that this has helped you change your belief system to one of abundance rather than scarcity. If it hasn't, let's connect on social media or shoot me a note and we can continue this conversation. Have a great week, everyone, and we'll talk to you soon.